We're here with Austin Clay, Esports Director in Concord University. Thanks, Austin, for your time and for being here and for sure providing super valuable information.
No problem. I always love talking to people and just seeing how we can help out our international students.
That's great. And just before we start, can you tell us how you got to Esports Director in Concord University, like a bit of your journey?
All right. So the best thing I can say is when I started college, when I was going to college, I started an esports club up at my college that I was attending up in New York State. As a joke, one of my friends joked with me one day and go, "Hey, I want to do Overwatch as for esports." I'm like, "Okay." And the next day I came to him like, "We're doing esports now." He's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "You're my vice president. We have a club now. We're doing esports." And we ran it with that for 3 years while I was in college. Then right out of college, I got the job here at Concord University. Started as just as the head coach. 2 years in, became the esports director, and now this year we also have staff members below me. So our program this year is at its peak and is fully like running at its maximum level of skill.
That's great. That's great. And how do you make the esports program let's say inclusive to all students, like all students can go to the esports program, not all students but all those students that don't have necessarily a talent in competition, but what we were discussing before, maybe they want to develop or are very talented in editing,
Mhm.
content creation, all these spots are available.
So what we do for any student along those lines, we have for players who are competitive but not at the level where we want them, we have secondary teams called academy rosters. So our players can play in those academy rosters as development rosters for 1 year and then get promoted to the varsity roster. For our students who want to do graphic design, editing along that line, as long as they reach out to us, we will have an interview process with them. They have to do if they're a graphic designer or an editor, they will actually make a temporary product for us. We'll give them one of our videos that we record and go, "Hey, you need to edit this video down and make this into a 20-minute YouTube video that's entertaining for people to watch." We will see if that meets our requirements. If it's a graphic design, I'll be like, "Hey, we need a match day poster for Rocket League. Here's the brand identity. Here's our logo. Design it to match our design and our brand." And we see if they can have that skill to match it. And if they don't, that's fine. We work with them and we give them smaller tasks to start out with, and then they can grow with us as they learn their skills through anything. And it doesn't only have to be editing or graphic design. It could also be a team manager. It could be helping with setting up the arena that we have, being a TO, being a referee at an event, being a camera person, anything that helps with production. We can have scholarships for anything that helps as a support staff member for esports. We can help with. And if you're not skilled in gaming, but you still want to do esports, we have those academy rosters that a player can attend to play on a secondary roster to get their development skills and then get promoted to that varsity roster once they're ready, that we feel they're ready to play on the premier roster.
That's great. And just to get about a bit the students pumped up, can you explain the facilities, all
Yes.
the tech you have and everything?
So we have three facilities, a production room where my office is, and then we have an arena. Facility one, which is our main facility, it has 35 PCs in there. All of the PCs in that room, besides the League of Legends PCs, are 3080s. The League of Legends PCs are 2080s because League is designed to run on a potato, basically. So League of Legends can have a little bit lower quality PCs. We're looking to upgrade them in the near future here. So everyone will be on 3080s. 144 hertz monitors. We are um, all the headsets are HyperX. Everything is HyperX for the peripherals is what we use in our facility. Facility 2 is our Overwatch room and Omega Strikers room. It has 14 PCs in there for 2 Overwatch teams and our Mega Strikers team. And then Facility 3 is our break room and our FGC and Smash room. So in our break room, there's a coffee bar, which is powered by Quick Cafe, which is a company that sponsored us for their coffee. We have a kitchenette in there for you guys, so you can cook your food and make food whatever you want there while you're gaming. TVs in there for you to chill, hang out, and have fun. And then we have the Smash room and FGC in the back of that room. Then upstairs in the arena, which is an in-person arena that can house 165 audience members, your matches will be played in person in front of that audience every single night that you play your match. So from Monday through Friday, when you have matches, your matches will be played in front of a crowd, a live audience crowd. There will be ticket sales, there will be concessions, it will be streamed online. It's going to have the whole thing. Our goal is to make the arena upstairs as good as semi-pro production in year one, and then in year two have it as good as pro production quality and vibe there. We'll be having in-person LAN events. So like we're doing showcase events. We'll be trying to host playoffs here. Our goal is to make West Virginia and Concord Esports and Concord University the destination for esports at the collegiate level on the East Coast.
Oof, that's amazing. Like what you have going, huh? Like, and also like for the other students, that are not part of the esport program, the facilities, can they use them, or it's only reserved for the students in the esport program? Is it open 24/7? There's a set of times. Like, how does that work?
So right now the facility has operating hours. It opens up during the weekdays, 8 o'clock, closes at midnight, Monday through Friday. On weekends, it opens up at noon and closes at midnight. So support staff members, let's say a production member, they can go use a PC in the facility if it's an academy PC. Academy PCs are for secondary members. They can use those ones. Varsity players get their own PC. Academy players have to share. But if an academy player needs it for practice, that production member, that graphic designer, that editor would have to get off so that that player can practice. We do have spare PCs in the break room that are designated for your production members to hang out, have fun, do homework, and anything along that line. And then friends can come into the arena as long as there's no practices. So once practices start, the arena is basically locked down to only esports players or esports members. Before practices, your friend from your computer science class could come down and talk with you and hang out in the room. But as soon as practices start, we lock it down because that means it's serious time, and we got to be focused on doing what we do, which is winning and preparing for our matches.
That's great. And like, can you talk about a bit like your community, how it's been building all these years? Because like having an arena of 165, all the facilities you have, like if the university believes like and invests all in esports program, you must have a very big community and very like engaging one. So
Yeah.
I would like to know.
We have full faith at the arena. Right now, when it first started off, we know it's not going to be packed instantly, but we have full faith that the arena will be around 50 members in the arena consistently. We have 75 players in our esports program right now, players or members of the program. We also have two full-time staff members, with excluding me. We have an assistant director and then a esports marketer and brand director. So we do a lot of community events. We do trips with our things. There's a casual gaming club on campus that we work with, and that casual gaming club has 200 students involved in it, and there's only 1,800 students on campus. So there's a big portion of people on this campus that are dedicated to esports and to working on that area. So very interesting. I'm very supportive of it. I think that community here is something that we have grown well, and we want to grow even more this year with that arena and hosting different events and things. So we're excited to see how that goes there from there to grow it even more.
That's great. And how can like for example, first of all, like what is the community like? What are the members of the community? Is it parents, also students, incoming students? Like what is it composed of? Can anyone like join your Discord community to get info like on a daily
Yep.
basis
Yep.
about what you do?
So we have a Discord community. In that Discord channel there, we have we call it community chatting. That's where anyone can join and see those channels. There's private channels, obviously, for each individual team, but the public-facing side of it is there's community chatting where you can go in there. You can self-promote your Twitch channels. You can promote each other. That's where we make announcements about our social media stuff, YouTube videos, when we're going to have matches and things along that line. Also, you can follow us on all of our social media platforms. A lot of different ways to get involved in the community, and it's not only parents, it's potential students, it's current students, it's alums of the university, or it could be players from other universities that want to hang out with us. We cover a wide range of people involved, to just people who just love esports and are just community members of West Virginia and they want to cheer for something. They come watch and support us, even if they have no relation to Concord Esports other than, hey, I heard you guys and it's fun to watch you guys. Some of them people are just that, who just want to watch us because they're fans of us. So we have a big community. It's a growing community. I would say it's still not at peak yet. We're still trying to grow it and foster an even bigger community. And we're hoping that can expand outside of West Virginia into the international sphere as well.
That's great. And also, like going back to the students, like So they have a very like demanding schedule, no? Like with academics and esports, like how do you work around their schedule so they have like a smooth, like class schedule and practice and competition schedule? How do you guys work with the professors or the tutors?
So luckily for esports, all players have to schedule their classes before 3 p.m. So all your classes are done before 3 p.m. So therefore,
Mhm.
then you have 3 to 6 to do homework because starting at 6, depending on which game you're on, practices start. Most practices start at 6 o'clock or 8 p.m. at night. So usually you have that time frames until your practice starts. You do your homework, have food, hang out with some friends, have fun. Tutorings are usually also from 3 o'clock to 5. So there's good opportunity to get tutor sessions there's in there as well if you need help with your academics. Big thing is our academic requirements are pretty strict. If you're below a 2.25, you're benched until you get your grades above a 2.25. At a You have to do study hours. At 2.25, you have to do 5 study hours a week. At a 2.5, you have to do 4 study hours. You're still able to play for us, but now you're required to do 4 hours of study hours for us. At a 2.75, you have to do 2 hours of studying hours for us. And anything below a 3.0 is 1 hour. So if you're below a 3.0, you only have to do 1 hour a week. But we have a strict structure system to help with academics to make sure that you are improving your academics as well as competing. And practices, we mandate you have to do 10 hours a week for minimum of practice hours. As a team, we encourage students to hit up to 15, but no more than 20. Which we don't want to do. How do you guys do be involved in esports more than 20 hours in a week? So we're viewing esports as a part-time job. You are getting paid through scholarshiping money to do esports. So we're viewing it as a part-time job where we don't want you to do anything over 20 hours a week for esports. If we have to, we will do it, but we try to keep it under 20 hours a week for practicing and competition for matches and for videos that we film with you guys.
That's great that you focus on the academics and esports, like because it's they're going to university, so it should be academics first, then esports. But you can manage them to have like a high, like a high competitive environment. That's amazing. And also, um, in their years in Concord, like when they graduate,
Mhm.
what are the professional skills you would like them to develop with esports? Like, what are the professional skills that you want the students to get out there in the workforce?
Gotcha. So with esports, what we help to do develop is not only develop communication because that's highly important to esports in general. Um, any student that wants to work within esports industry, we have a major, and also I teach some of those classes for the esports major. So we help with that area. If you want to do an internship, anything like that, we help you develop those professional skills, even if it's not in esports. Let's say you want to do computer science, you want to be you want to do a networking person. We will make sure that you get that knowledge through us. We teach you that we do interviews. Like if you in your junior senior years, we do workshops with our students where they can come to us and we will do an interview with 3 different people just so they can have an idea how to get to do interviews. We help them with their resume. We help them with cover letters to make sure they're comfortable. We have someone who is called our mental performance coach. She's a professor on campus for our master's degree for social work, but she also does all the academic side of things to help us out and also all these professional development skills. She helps out with your interview skills, your resume, cover letters, all of that. Then I help out a lot with making sure you have the right skills. Let's say you want to be networking. I sit down with you and go, what does it take to be a networker? Talk with me about what skills you need, and then we will make sure that you get those skills. So it's a two-way street. We don't just the student has to come to us for that help. We are there to offer that help and to give that help. But if the student doesn't take advantage of the resources or the technology and the different information that we have to provide, then we cannot give it to them. Now we will do workshops where they are required to go to workshops, but these workshops are only like an hour long. If they want more information after the hour-long workshop that we do once a semester, they need to come to us, and then we will be more than willing to give them more resources outside of that 1 hour workshop that we do.
That's great. That's great. And before you mention trips, like get those students excited. Like how many trips, like to how many LAN tournaments and events do you guys go? Or and are you planning to increase it?
So right
what's
now,
the
this
growth?
year, we guarantee at least one LAN event per semester. So that's two a
Mhm.
year. Our goal is to increase that number. But right now we're doing that. Most of them are actually being hosted. So the only negative part of that is most of them are hosted at our arena because we have probably one of the best arenas on the East Coast. So we don't get to travel as much, but we do bring teams into our school and play them at our arena upstairs in the LAN events. So we still have LAN events nonstop. Traveling, on the other hand, is much harder. Now, obviously, if we qualify for stuff, we'll get there. We are looking to travel to other colleges or other big tournaments, at least for every team, at least one event. That's what we're going this year. Next year, 2 events. Each year, our goal is to slowly increase that more and more, not only internally, but also externally. Our goal is to slowly increase that. And now, from a non-competitive side, we also do trips just for fun. We do zip lining trips, we do paintball trips, we do airsofting off campus. We do a bunch of different. Once a month, we do some sort of trip that's not related to esports. It could be some outdoor activity, some indoor activity, but we always do one trip a month that's not related to esports, just to help kids to see what West Virginia is like, and just to have fun there, so they're not just on their PCs all day. To get them to touch grass or to get them to go outside and breathe the fresh air, we do other activities once a month for those students as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. Those team bonding activities are amazing, and also like college is also about like making those friendships for life. So that's amazing activities for that. Yeah, that's amazing. Also, Austin, where can students find you and your program?
Um,
Like on
any
social media?
social Yeah, and social media, it's on X now because I know it's not called Twitter anymore. It is Concord. It's Esports Concord is our at on there. We're also on Instagram, which Concord Esports. We're on Threads, Concord Esports. We're on every single social media platform besides TikTok. You can find us on YouTube, Concord Esports, Twitch, Concord Esports. You can also find us on our website. Go to Concord. It is concord.edu/esports, and that's where you can find our section on esports. Sorry, it's concord.edu/student-life/esports is where you can find us on our website on there. But otherwise, all social media platforms, we're very active. So if you want to reach out on Twitter or X, whatever it's called, you're more than welcome to reach out on that platform as well, or through our Discord, our community Discord server, which you can find a link through our social media platforms that can link you to our Discord servers, and then you can reach out to us via our social media platforms as well, or through Discord.
That's right. That's right. And just to wrap this up, like, what? How do you see the esports program here, like from 1 to 3 years?
All
What
right.
would you like to see happen?
In 1 to 3 years, with the arena and all the support that we have gotten from the university, it is about time that we get in a ring, a trophy, a national championship. We have gotten some in the first few years when we're here. I think we have 6 national championships for Call of Duty, but it's about time that we get some championships for other games outside of Call of Duty. So our main game was Call of Duty. We're hoping to get some championship nows for Rocket League, for Smash, for Apex Legends, for Overwatch. We're hoping to get championship titles for those now. And the other thing is to grow our program from 75 students to 100 students in that time frame, and then also to be the premier hosting locations for LAN events. We want to be where kids come to play in-person events in our arena, and I think we can do that. I think our social media and our YouTube videos, all that, it's going to pop and grow greatly here. And our big thing is to reach international students. Right now, I would say we are low on international students. We're on like 4 to 5. Right now, we have 3 international students in our program. We want that international number to grow rapidly so that we can serve the international students, as we feel like that's some area that we would like to get involved with.
That's great, Austin. That's great. We stay in touch, and yeah, have a great day, and thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Thank you guys for letting me ramble about my esports program.